Hello everyone, my name is Carly and I wanted to do a video about my personal year 7. So I'm going to try to look at the camera over here even though it feels natural to look over here, and give you guys an idea of what I went through during my personal year 7. So I got into numerology fairly recently. I've been more so into astrology, and I had noticed in my personal year 6 how there was a lot of themes regarding relationships, balance, justice, just having internal peace that were really resonating with me with my personal year 6. And so last year when I went through my personal year 7, I was kind of anticipating the worst. I know your personal year 7 is supposed to be about getting to the core of who you are. It's supposed to be a year where you're more internally focused, and incidences can happen that will make you turn more inward and to get to know yourself more. I've also read that traumatic events could happen. You could lose loved ones, lose your job, just like very traumatic type of things, just so that you can focus more inward. Personal year 7 is not a year to attain a lot of assets or to be more career driven, because if you are outward focused, then the universe will kind of force you to switch your perspective to be more of like an inner type of year. So I was a little worried about personal year 7. I also heard that 7s are like very, very intelligent, and it can be a year where you're like really studying something, or your mind is more driven and focused, and you have the actual perseverance and mental fortitude to accomplish something mentally. And it's also a year where you can like cut through and see through BS a lot easier. So I wasn't really sure how the year would go for me, but essentially this is what happened. At the beginning of my personal year 7, I had just maybe like around March, because I do consider like January the start of your personal year. Some people think it's your birthday, but around March, 3 months into this year, I was working out at a CrossFit gym, and I had noticed for the past previous 2 years that I had worked out there that nobody really liked me, and I couldn't figure out why. And I was trying so hard to get these people to like me, to kind of fit in. And around personal year 7, it had just really hit me that these people did not like me. And it's like, to me, I felt like my energy was like a threat towards them. There was a lot of like competition, one-upping tactics that were happening. And I think personal year 7, like I'm kind of getting choked up because like I've had issues my whole life with like fitting in, or like not really feeling like I belong to groups of people, just like feeling weird. And I'm like into astrology and spiritual things, and I'm also very into like sports and activities, and just have like a very active lifestyle. And I feel like I never fully feel accepted in like any one sphere. I feel highly misunderstood, things like that. So in the beginning of March, it just really hit me that those people were not my people. And I finally, like, I didn't feel like less than anymore. I felt like I finally got self-respect and self-worth, and I decided to leave that gym. And a lot of people were actually telling me that the things that I was seeing, because I didn't leave like just like, bye guys, I'm going, I kind of told them about themselves in different ways and to different people. And so a lot of people were telling me that pretty much I was crazy, and all the things that I was seeing like didn't happen. And the way they were treating me wasn't real. And so I left there, and then I just became like very, very lonely. So I had been single for a couple of years, and I guess like the gym was my way of like having social interactions, but at the same time I felt like unliked there. So when I finally cut them off, I was like extremely alone. And I got intimately acquainted with my mind. I felt like that was like a very scary couple of months, like March, April, May. I don't have a lot of family. I don't have any family where I live, and my and I have two children. So I felt like there were moments where I was like, I felt such crippling loneliness that I was actually afraid that I would not make it till the next morning. And I didn't have any thoughts of like harming myself or anything, but I don't know how to explain it. Like when there's nobody there to comfort you or to tell you that you're doing a good job, or like, let you know that you're on the right path, because it seems like you have like such a unique path, but then you also like know that nobody's life is truly that unique, because we're all humans and we all have very similar life experiences. But just to like not hear any comfort, it was just like a scary feeling. And that was like the first time in my life that I actually started to realize like, maybe I have like mental health issues or something. Like I've never felt like this, but at the same time, like I don't think humans are meant to be alone like that. So it really opened my eyes, like that I wasted a lot of energy and time trying to get the approval of people who just inherently did not like me, and that there were people out there that actually loved me that I kind of cut off and did not put my focus and energy on. And during my personal year 7, it felt very like it was like very eye-opening to me that I was in a situation of loneliness more so by choice, and not because I had to be. So that was scary. Then I started to actually learn about like manifesting and positive affirmations. And I just hate when people talk about positive affirmations. Like, it is so annoying to me, because it doesn't matter how many positive affirmations I say. Like, if I say I love myself 10 times, like, I still feel the same. But I actually, like, during personal year 7, I started to notice the benefit of positive affirmation, because I realized that if nobody was going to comfort me and tell me I'm doing a good job, or like, or encourage me, I realized like I was the only person in this world in that moment that could do it. So I almost overdosed on positive affirmations. Like, I was listening to Louise Hayes. I read her book. I was listening to Abraham Hicks. Like all of her YouTube videos just about like manifesting a positive reality and things with money. And I knew because it was my personal year 7, it would probably be a year when I would focus on those things, but maybe not receive so much of them. And I did actually start to notice that I was enabling myself to feel better. One of the things that was crazy to me was I would tell myself like 800 times a day, like, everybody I meet is my friend, everybody I meet is my friend. And I noticed, like, at work, people would start talking to me or wanting to engage with me. And I noticed when I would say that like 800 times a day, everybody I meet is my friend, I felt lighter. I would smile more at people. So I noticed a lot about my mind during the months of personal year 7, just the power of, I guess, choice of thoughts and focus of thoughts, and how you can change your reality by your thoughts. But it also felt daunting, because I recognized like how negative I had been for so long, and changing my thoughts was like almost like a full-time job. So that was a lot of my personal year 7, was doing that. I know at one point I was saying I open my arms wide to receive all the blessings, abundance, money, and resources that the universe has for me. And I think the next day or within 3 days, I had got $400 or $500 unexpected dollars. Like, I went to the dentist in 2014 and they were doing audits, and they were like, hey, we owe you like $413. And I did an astrology reading for someone for free, and they sent me just their, like, probably a year before that, and it was my brother, and he just randomly sent me $100, and he was saying thank you for the reading. So I started to like notice the way that I thought and what I talked about was actually happening. But at the same time, it was very scary because the way my mind was so negative, it almost felt like an impossible task to switch from thinking super negative to positive. And so, um, another thing during personal year 7 that I heard was that when people are in relationships, sometimes they are the ones being left and dumped. And so, personal year 7, I also decided that I wanted to start dating because I had been single about 2 years. And was really hurt by my previous relationship, not because the person so much hurt me, it was more so my expectations and the way that I operated in relationships. So I was hurt for so long that I stopped dating. So I decided to start dating, and I think I dated 2 or 3 people, and all 3 of them dumped me. And they were short little flings, but I'm usually the one that dumps people. I had never been like told that I wasn't good enough or that I wasn't what they wanted. Um, and so that was just like such a hard slap in the face, especially because at the time I was 32 or 33. I was 33. And, I'm feeling older, looking older. I have 2 kids, had been divorced. So I already feel like I'm on the clearance rack. So, um, yeah, it was just like, damn, I am not beep. So I had to kind of encourage myself through that as well. And fast forward now, personal year 8, end of personal year 8, about to start my personal year 9. I am in a loving relationship, and I'm very, very thankful. But yeah, personal year 7 was like, it's crazy because I wanted to make this video during personal year 7 because I had no one to talk to. And now that it's hindsight for me, it's crazy that I'm still crying about it and tearing up because it was difficult. But at the same time, nobody died. I didn't lose my job. I still even though it's not about financial benefits, I still made a good money. And I just pretty much had no friends and nobody to talk to. So, anyways, if you're about to start your personal year 7 and you just wanted a real life testimony of what somebody has been through during their personal year 7, this was mine. I appreciate you all listening, and I hope y'all have a good day. Bye.